Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of City Skylines. I know, we're still not at 48k, but we're gonna be in just a second for you. I just needed to update you on some of the changes that I made. I actually installed another mod, but don't panic, it is a mod to make things more difficult and realistic for me. I did some research about the vanilla despawn mechanics and I really don't like the thought of my vehicles despawning. I want a working city with the vehicles actually having to go where they need to go no matter what. Everybody knows that Traffic Manager has this functionality, but as long as we don't install Traffic Manager, I found a mod that is just called No Despawn. And I'm gonna add that to the list in the description, but I think this is a necessity. I don't want vehicles to despawn. I want to know what's going on, and you can already see we do have a few more problems. However, I left the city run for a couple of in-game years, and we can still see, let's have a look at the traffic. I'm at 84%, so my concept was okay for now. I did, however, have to make an important change, and don't worry, this is just the concept version. I will have to swap the train station around anyways. But essentially the idea was to make two different lanes so cars won't get into each other's way. You can see this lane right here that has the train station on the correct side is extremely fluent. Before that we only had one road, and with the despawning off, the traffic was clogging up all the way through the industry, all the way back to here, and it was just an incredible loop of damnation. So that was actually the perfect solution, but now, of course, that looks incredibly ugly. We're gonna swap that around. Just gonna take everything apart right here, and what I want to have is another road right next to the tram tracks, so I can flip the train station the other way around. We still wanna go up here, and we wanna do the same thing right next to the tram tracks. Yes, beautiful. And will you look at that? It is absolutely perfect. There's not even an inch of space here. I just love when things add up. Gonna reconnect my train tracks, of course I had to delete the power, and at this point I want to come out straight with a 6-lane road. I think that's the road that's gonna work the best for this. Let's go ahead and choose this one here, one way. If we do it here, we're gonna come up quite sharp. Maybe we can do it at this spot, take the curve right here, and then just connect these. I don't see a reason why this wouldn't work. Looks much better. Now we only have to find a way to reunite these and hook it up with this road. Shouldn't be an issue. Maybe we can keep the tram tracks above so we can do it easier. That means at this point I want to elevate the tram tracks and come down maybe here. This is actually kind of working. Now we just need a bigger road to reunite these again. Maybe I have to take apart this highway a bit to make things work. I could probably go with a 4-lane highway here, to be honest. Yeah, let's just hook these up. Get over here and connect this up again. Okay, nice. Last but not least, fix up the tram tracks and we should be good. I should maybe mention the reason we are using a 6-lane road right here is because I need a little bit of a buffer zone. I think it's also called a sponge. So instead of making a really long route, I want to force the vehicles to utilize most of these lanes when things get dire. Gonna finish this by reconnecting the line a little bit further than before, so we have space for a train in between. Okay, are we ready to get this started? This should be much more beautiful than before. But yeah guys, it's on. No more despawning. At least the unnecessary despawning. I think it's still gonna despawn stuff that literally has no way. But if there is a way, it's not gonna despawn. Oh, I just see, I totally forgot to hook this one back up. Right there. Darn it. Maybe here? That's much better. Still please no traffic lights. Thank you. Wait, what are you doing? I think we need to downgrade this. 2 lanes. Look, that's also interesting. If I have 2 lanes right here, they're gonna get into each other's way. But if I only do 1 lane here, they're gonna use the correct lane and be much quicker about it. There you go guys, it looks much better. We have some space for props, for decorations, and now we wait for the situation to develop a bit. By the way, ignore what I did here. I just made it a bit more fail-proof because I did get some clogging up situations. I mean, it was never really clogging up, but it wasn't fast enough for me, so I made some shortcuts. But this is all gonna be gone once we set up the real system. This one right here, for instance, is working much better so far. There we go, that's what I like to see. Both of the cargo stations utilized to their maximum capacity. What a beautiful thing to watch. By the way, we have way too much sewage treatment, and I just see, you know, some of that stuff is costing me a lot. Maybe it's just not necessary. I've not been taking care of my money income since episode 2 or so, because you just get so much money in this game. But, you know, turning down 4 of these already saved us like 2 grand a week. That's incredible. We can shut down even more if I see this correctly. And now we're just gonna turn them on one by one as we need them. What an insane world we live in. The tank reservoirs cost me 720 a week. What? I mean, I've never utilized them. They're just there for looks. I'm gonna shut off 2 of them for the time being. We want to save a little bit on money. I mean, I don't want to shut off too many things, otherwise we get all these ugly symbols. No. Another thing I did is I zoned a little bit of industry in the forestry area, of course specialized, and I do regret that. However, I think what we have to do is finally make a connection to this highway in order to solve this problem, so people that at least want to get out of the district can do so much quicker. Until I know how I want to do this exactly, I'm just gonna set up a temporary solution. We're gonna go over here and then down into this one, and if they want to go in the opposite direction, they can do so as well. Well, you saw what I wanted you to see. I'm just taking care of my budget and fixing traffic. No despawning is turned on, fixed the railroads, well, fixed in quotes. So see ya at the next milestone. Oh guys, we did it! You have no idea what I've been through. Not actually for this milestone, next one by the way, 70k. But man, I did have to go through a lot of traffic fixes because the forestry industry was getting out of control. Let me just introduce you to the solution that worked. First of all, I had to remove the bridge that is connecting both of the parts of the district. Then I had to replace these with 6-lane roads again, and that this road here is not 6-lane is very important, so these arrows actually point into the correct direction. If you have a look right here, you can see that actually all 6 lanes are being utilized, and that is just because of how things are developing after that. But believe me, I went through a lot of iterations. The way they access the right side of the district is now through this highway. The same highway is being used to go over to the other highway we have on the right side just temporarily, so I can get these vehicles out of the way. The road in the center here is now also a one-way, so they can either go onto the highway right there, or they can go back into the forestry industry on the left side. For the first time I actually went down to 71%, but we're now back up at 84, which is an acceptable number. The traffic was clogging up all the way to this interchange, and people right here in the loop were just blocking each other. Nothing would move. It was crazy. You can actually place down warehouses in order to satisfy the demand of the industry so they can sell their goods again. However, it's not really working out for long, because as soon as the warehouses are full, I'm having the same issues. I even tried to set them to empty, which means they're gonna try to sell the resources, but I guess we already have too many exports at the moment. Yeah, we're exporting a lot of goods, so what we should probably do is just expand, have more people, have more shopping. But let's freaking do it. I'm gonna unlock this tile because I wanna dedicate my next video to this. In today's video, we're gonna try to set up the foundations at least, and I just have to see. Yeah, we're still making money, that is good. I wonder what happens if I turn off the emergency shelters. People get unhappy, well. And they also lose all of the water, food and power, so that is not an option, but they are darn expensive. Another great tip I received: you can actually increase land value by upgrading roads to a nicer type. So grass border with trees should do nicely to hopefully get the last upgrade. Wow, I never realized people are enjoying the festival so much. This was freaking amazing! The best thing I think we can do right now is go ahead and add the ore industry. I want to use this bit. Is there a better bit? Yeah, I wanted to go for this one, obviously. Maybe another time, maybe another time. In this case, if we do this temporarily, we can just as well go down here and utilize this tiny patch. Come down here as well, move over. We do not really care at this point how it looks, because that is just to get things going with the other factories. So we're gonna start right here. This is gonna be our entry point, and then we are gonna do an exit point, maybe there. Gonna connect you up, and we go maybe down this time. Come on, I know we can do it. Yes, well, for something quite temporary, it's good enough. Now we're just gonna take care of the loop. I want to make sure that I also have access to land without ores. For the final ore industry, it would also be nice to have some parts of it in the mountains. I mean, technically we could move mountains, just remove the soil over here and add it there. But I guess not for this one. Should be big enough. Let's go ahead and create that district. All of this is gonna be temp ore industry. Want to set this to industry 4.0. We can probably do this as a general policy, to be quite honest with you. So in city planning 4.0 for all districts. Thank you. I'm gonna zone one row inside of the ore field and another row outside. Guys, are you gonna build? I think I might have to remove some of the industry here. I mean, most of these guys have a really harsh time here not selling their products. Hold on a second, did I say this should be industry? I don't think I said it. No, ore industry, of course, that's what we want for this. Whew. Thankfully they didn't start building yet. The name for this park just got a whole different meaning. You can see the fire really up close. Well, I guess while we're waiting for the ore industry to want to come into existence, we can... Guys, I wanted to build on the monorail. You can't burn right now. At least the monorail trails don't care for that. That's what I call freaking work ethics. And here comes the rescue team. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Good job, good job. We're open again, people. Just come in and enjoy yourselves. Nice. The warehouses here are not 100% full all the time, and we also don't have any more abandonments. So stuff like this we should see much less of now. And we can also see the first buildings to start appearing in the ore industry. That means, theoretically, we should be getting some metals, right? Metals are produced by ore grinding mills. Yeah, that's what we should be getting. So I'm gonna enable this warehouse now. We still need plastics and glass, so we might have to do something with this oil patch as well. Maybe I shouldn't have zoned this much. Let's get rid of a large portion here so we can do both industries. In this case, I'm gonna do something very similar. Just come up with a way to get into the industry and off the industry joining this highway. Said and done. Oh geez, oh geez. Don't worry guys, this is just very temporary, but I need these materials now. I want them. Okay, sweet. We finally got that out of the way. I already zoned a tiny bit there. Let's just wait for them to start building and see what new products we get. I'm also gonna enable all the warehouses just in case. Right here we can actually see our current imports, 571. It's not that many, but we can see oil products and oil products are what we are importing, and we can also see which factories are doing so. So a couple of these bastards, for instance. I don't want you to do that. Maybe that was a bit of an overreaction. I just wanted to set an example. Aha! Arise, my beautiful industry. Okay, nobody saw that I forgot to paint the district. There's got to be oil, of course. Beautiful. Sorry guys, you gotta go again. It was fun with you while it lasted though. I mean, it looks like we have factories in the joints that are producing the materials we still need. However, the warehouses at the moment are still empty. So maybe let's try to wait a couple more minutes. Could be that the goods weren't delivered yet. I have been waiting for what I think is more than long enough in order to determine that we're not gonna receive any of these products. Now, let's see. If I check the import, even the buildings right here, this building is importing oil. I seriously have no respect for these guys. But if I just get rid of all of the ones that are importing, I wonder what happens. No imports allowed! Huh, so far they're But yeah, essentially it's not working the way I was hoping it would. Darn it. I even enabled the factory just to make sure. No luck in here either. Alrighty, we're back. I took a little break. I think I'm gonna take care of that problem another time. I might just have to observe this, or maybe I just misinterpreted your comments, but that's what you essentially told me. I can get those materials. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna remove these industries again, and then we're gonna wait until we unlocked more tiles. Let's now take care of a few suggestions you guys gave me. For instance, this recycling center we're gonna call Bleeding Ears. For some reason I thought I did that already. Next up, very good suggestion, toll roads. We wanna earn some money with all those cars. They need to pay. Let's think about that. What types of toll roads do we even have? One-way large toll booth. How many lanes is that? That would be, whoa, 8 lanes if I count that correctly. We have a two-way version with 4 lanes each. That's also nice. So we could... Oh, that's probably the one we're gonna use. Let's build one right here to test things out. You go right there. I guess we can make this work, and then we just use the 4-lane highways, right? Ooh, hold on. That's not gonna work. Maybe I can get out like this and out like this. We might be onto something here. It's not the most beautiful thing, but it's at least even. Let's do it for the other side as well. Okay, right now we charge $1 per car and $2 per truck. Darn toll roads, of course, also require utilities. But there we go. Let's speed things up and see how that goes. Okay, I can see the problem. Wasn't there a policy? There it is, automated toll. That's what we need. Could I do... I mean, technically this is outside of a district, but if we set this as a city policy, so enable this. I also want to encourage biking for everything, and we might want to enable high-tech housing, though this is gonna cost me a bit, but it does increase the land value. Maybe not right now. I want to have enough money for this. Let's first check out the toll booth. Ah, there we go. Now we kicked in. Now they can just roll through. Okay, that's actually not too bad, but maybe we should go for the bigger version. I can now see why you might want 8 lanes. Or we just use 2 of these. Yeah, let me try that. Get rid of this and that. And instead, we're gonna add 2 like so. This might work better. Okay, now it basically just slows them down. That isn't the worst. What we could do then is just charge the vehicles at the border of our city rather than inside. Our last option that I'm gonna try out right now is just use the massive toll roads. Go all out, spare no one. Something like this. Oh yeah, we're gonna be so freaking rich. Gonna make the road leading inside of it a 6-lane, so they distribute a little bit better. Great, this way we can do it without any delay, earn some extra cash. However, it's not the most intriguing design to look at the moment. We might be able to make it a little bit better by upgrading all of the roads, so at least it's symmetrical, and then if we decorate it, we might just get away with it. We could do a similar setup right here, just charging everyone who gets in and out of our city. If you wanted to move into the city, you should have done that a long time ago. Now you're gonna pay for it. There we go. For now, that's how we're gonna do it. When I can unlock the next tile here, I'm gonna make a more beautiful section out of this, but for now, I do not care. I just want people to pay up. Maybe we are gonna do the same thing here. Or maybe here. That would be even more evil. Damn it, now I messed up the laugh. There it is, the third and final toll jog point. I have a really good feeling about this. Currently we're making around 700 bucks with toll roads. That doesn't feel like an awful lot. I mean, what happens if we raise the ticket prices? Is this even... What happens? I mean, people still have to use them, right? Let's raise the ticket price by 50%. I'm gonna do that for all the toll roads. See what changes. About 150 vehicles last week, so now I raised the prices. Let's see if something changes. I mean, what other choice do they have? Another thing we could do is connect up the highway with something over there. However, right now I was kind of thinking about leading some people back up right at this point. Let's set up a little test road for this. Just gonna go up a little bit and then hopefully we can connect to this. Indeed, that's working out. For now, I'm just gonna let those guys do a U-turn if they want to. Of course, it's not the final road. I just want to see what that did to the traffic. You guys gave me a whole bunch of name suggestions for the industry here as well. I really liked Floodside Industry or Clover Industry. Since I don't want to name every district after the disasters that happened, I think I'm just gonna go for Clover Industry. You also gave me names for the farming district, which we're gonna name, let me see, The Shire. I like that one. Thanks again for the glorious suggestions. This setup is becoming more permanent now, so I want this bridge thing to look a bit better. We're gonna come out here instead and go down as much as possible, as smooth as possible. Maybe like zoo, and then no, you wanna connect up with that. Yeah, that is much better if you ask me. The number of cars going through this hasn't changed if you ask me. Let me check over here. Yeah, that was around 90 and the other one was over 100. Just made myself a safe game and I want to know if I can go all in with the prices on the toll roads. Maybe it makes them unhappy? I'm really not sure. But now we can see our money go up here. I mean, we do pay a lot for these toll roads. One of these is like, yeah, 200 a week. Man. Yeah, they barely pay for themselves right now. I see, that's why you might want to go with a smaller version, depending on the traffic. The 4-lane version is only 120 per week. And there's even a 2-way 2-lane version from the looks of it. Are those 2 lanes? Yeah, it's 2 lanes each. These here at the farming district could be smaller ones. We only service like barely over 50. Guys, I'm sorry, but I fear we're not gonna get to the district here just yet. I want to dedicate one entire episode to that. I want to test out some more stuff with the toll roads, actually. I've never seen a reason to play around with those, but I want to know, can I just queue them up? What is that gonna do for us? I guess we need a little bit of space in between, just to be able to place the road as well. Yeah, that actually checks out. Nice. Oh my gosh. Is this seriously something we can do? My gosh. Well, now it looks even cooler. They shouldn't have hired the crazy mayor, what can I say? Okay, prices all up. Let's check out the budget. Does it go up? Yes. I mean, something must go wrong now, right? Cool. The number evened out here. So this is our current flow of traffic. It does look like a bunch less vehicles, doesn't it? I wonder what they're doing now. Ah, check this out. So now we have a backlog here, which means more people choose to use the cargo station. So it did have an effect. And we can see it's approximately 50 less cars per week than usual. That's really interesting how this developed. Check this out. I'm gonna go back to my save game that I just made before installing this monstrosity, and I want to see if it behaves the same way. Okay, left the game running for a couple of minutes. It doesn't look like it's clogging up. It's also registering more vehicles going through this. So one last test I want to do is, what if I lower the prices all the way down? Are now more people willing to choose this route? Nope, that did absolutely nothing. So let's go back to $2, respectively $4 for the trucks. Yes, we have many trains on their way. Oh no, we have a problem with the exports, don't we? We're sending too many trains to export right now. Yeah, check this out. They literally have to get into queue in order to leave the city. You gotta take all my trains. Well, it looks like we're doing good. So setting up toll booths is gonna prevent more or make more people decide to take another route. That's my conclusion from it. I think I have to wrap up this episode. Yeah, looking at the time, I do not have more time. I'm so sorry, guys. But the next time we're gonna continue, probably, I don't know. This is gonna be a humongous project, but I'm definitely in. We need more university spaces, so this is most likely gonna be my next project. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye-bye.